What's going on, Redbird Nation? Hopefully, everybody is doing well today. Welcome back to the Time to Fly podcast. I'm your host, Adam Raymer. Appreciate everybody, as always, for tuning in, listening, subscribing, all that stuff. If you guys can, please hit the likes, comments, subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the bell. That way you know when the content's coming out. Do my best to try to get them out after every game. So, again, appreciate everybody. But we're just going to jump into it. I mean, it was not a good day. Not a good day at all. We had a bullpen start tonight. Packy Naughton got the start. Pretty much was only going to pitch 9 batters, I believe. He went an inning in the third, 5 hits, 4 earned, no strikeouts, had 25 pitches. I mean, kind of got lit up in the first. The Rays were just all over everything. None of our relief pitching did well at all. Oviedo was 2 2 2/3, 3 hits, a couple on 1 run. Whitgren, 1 inning, 3 hits, 3 runs. McFarland, 2 innings, 5 hits, 3 runs, a couple of walks. And they were smashing the ball. It didn't matter what we were doing. They had 18 hits tonight, the Rays did, which is their most this season, I believe. So I try to be positive on stuff like this, and it's hard to when just the pitching was so bad tonight. And I don't know about, and like I said, I try to be positive. I'll give some positives. I think Tyler O'Neill, obviously tonight, was 2 for 4, had all 3 of our runs batted in tonight. He had a good game. Gorman got himself a good hit. Edmund got a hit. Goldie got a hit. We hit the ball. I mean, we had 8 hits, left five people on base. That it, and the Rays left 12 on base too, so they scored 11 runs. So I mean, again, it comes down to the bullpen, and we all knew it was a bullpen start, so it's going to be a team effort. And tonight was a night where they could show what they were going to do, and hopefully turn some things around there. But I'm going to be real negative for just a second on this. And TJ McFarland, I don't get it anymore. The guy's got an 8.18 ERA this year. He made the most bonehead play in the 7th inning, I believe it was. Yeah, 7th inning. The dribbler up, he fielded it and he threw it to first when there was 1 out with bases loaded. Easily, obviously, could have went home and hopefully maybe tried to turn 2 there, but he just didn't know that. I guess there was only 1 out, and I don't know how you don't know that. I mean, I think you should be constantly checking. People are talking. You have huge scoreboards that you can look at to see how many outs there are. Just a complete bonehead move there. And I don't. I honestly think he needs to be sent down. He's not the TJ McFarland of last year. I don't know if he needs to be sent down and figure some things out, but he's leaving pitches up and they're hammering him because he doesn't throw real hard. He lives and breathes by the ground ball. And when you leave pitches up and you're throwing 88 miles an hour in the MLB, you're going to get rocked. If you're throwing them, middle in, it doesn't matter. You got to play corners. You got to keep the ball low when you're throwing like that, when you throw that speed. And he just hasn't been doing that. Whitgren didn't have a great night. Something's probably going to – this bullpen the first month and a half was great. And all of a sudden now we've got a turn. So I don't know what we need to do to fix that. But tonight it didn't get fixed. The guys, we gave up 3 in the first, 1 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the sixth, 3 in the seventh. Just too many runs to give up. And with sometimes how our offense can get a little anemic at times, we need help from bullpens and our starting pitching. So it was, again, just not a good night for offense. Defense. Defense was pretty good. I'll give them that. Defense was pretty good tonight. Donovan playing at third made a couple of great plays. Edmund had a good play at short. Gorman had a real good play up the middle, throwing across his body for an out. I think there were a couple of balls actually hitting the outfield in between Bader and O'Neill that should have been probably caught, or I think a couple of them could have been caught. I don't know what was going on there, but maybe just a little lack of communication. I don't know, but just wasn't a real clean game for me, especially like I said, I can't keep talking about it, but the pitching tonight was just not there. The only bright spot of pitching tonight, guys, was that Yadier Molina came in the eighth, pitched one inning, gave up a couple of hits, had a strikeout, and gave up no runs. So technically, Yadier Molina was your best pitcher tonight, if that tells you anything of how bad the bullpen was. Now, I get it. He doesn't throw hard. He's up there throwing 50, 60, 70 miles an hour, just kind of trying to get it over the plate. I get it, but still, I mean, those are T-balls usually, So I think Ollie and this coaching staff and John Moe probably have some decisions to make on this bullpen and see what we can do to fix it, what we need to do to fix it, if it's calling up and moving down, or just something needs to change in the bullpen to where we can rely on them. If again, if we're scoring 3 and 4 runs and we're up a couple, we need to rely on those guys. So every team's going to have a bullpen start. Usually you get a little bit better result from Packy Naughton. I think he's done okay in those situations. So I thought tonight might be a night for him to step up and kind of show what he can do. Hopefully, I thought maybe he'd go a little longer than he did. So again, just not a great night. There's not much to talk about except for the fact that they played at 11 runs on 18 hits when we had 3 runs on 8 hits. And again, bullpen was just not solid at all tonight. So hopefully we can turn this around tomorrow in this day game and at least get one out of Tampa and get back to Busch and start winning again, start winning ball games. And this team is going to be good. This team has a chance to be really good. Just got to put the pieces together and fix a couple of things. So appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you can, again, please hit the like button, share this with somebody, comments, send me in YouTube, wherever you're sending them. Keep doing it. And of course, subscribe, hit the bell. Well, you guys know when the stuff is coming out. Appreciate everybody. We'll be back tomorrow after this day game against Tampa. And like I said, hopefully we can squeak out one win from them. So we'll see you guys tomorrow. Let's fly.